At Thanksgiving, my dad snarled, "You're just a leech." Always were, like he was dishing out life advice. My sister grinned and added, "At least I'm the family's pride." As if running my own shop wasn't enough. I set down my glass, walked out, and didn't look back. Weeks later, Mom called, "Why's the rent unpaid?" I said, "Ask your superstar." Yo, YouTube, buckle up. This one's a wild ride, but trust me, the ending's worth it. This drama unfolded over 2 years, and I'm finally spilling the tea. I'm using a throwaway for obvious reasons, but every word is 100% real. I need to vent because this still feels unreal. Warning, it gets heavy with family betrayal, but the payoff? Epic. I confirmed last week my plan worked flawlessly, and it's perfect for this channel. So, grab a snack and let's dive in. I'm 35, male, and I've been the family's black sheep forever. My younger sister, Lauren, 31, is the golden child, the one who can do no wrong. She's the family's shining star. Lauren's life looks like a parent's dream. High school cheerleader, full ride to a fancy college, marketing degree, now a PR manager at a slick city firm. She's got the designer bags, perfect hair, and a Tesla she loves to show off. She's 5'6", all polished charm, always ready with a witty pitch. Everything my parents wanted in a daughter. Then there's me. I'm 6'2", broad from years of fixing cars, hands rough from grease and tools. College wasn't for me. I dropped out after a year. At 20, I started as a mechanic's apprentice, earning $11 an hour, cleaning shop floors and fetching parts. But I was obsessed with learning. Nights, I'd watch YouTube tutorials on engine repair, welding, and diagnostics. Weekends, I'd shadow veteran mechanics for free to get hands-on skills. By 23, I was lead mechanic at a local shop. By 26, I saved enough to open my own auto repair business with a beat-up tow truck and a rented garage. By 30, I had a full shop, 3 bays, 5 employees, and a reputation for fixing cars other shops couldn't. We do everything. Oil changes to full engine rebuilds. Word of mouth keeps us slammed year-round. But to my parents, Lauren's the success story, and I'm just the car guy. They see her office job, her business cards, her client meetings as real work. I'm pulling in $220,000 a year after expenses, while Lauren's making maybe $80,000. Still, I'm the practical one. Mom worked retail for years before quitting to focus on family a decade ago. Dad was a warehouse supervisor until he retired at 60. They live in a cozy 2-bedroom condo they bought in 2000. Nothing fancy, but in a nice area. Here's the family vibe. Success is about optics, not results. Lauren's got the flashy job, the Instagram-worthy life, so she's the winner. I show up to family dinners in work jeans, maybe with a smudge of grease on my arm. Despite owning a business that employs people and pays my own mortgage, they see me as the grunt who didn't make it. On the personal front, Lauren's always got a new boyfriend, each one richer than the last, and my parents eat it up, gushing about her vibrant life. I'm single, no kids. I had a serious relationship in my 20s, but she bailed when she realized I wasn't chasing a corner office. I focused on my shop instead, working 70-hour weeks, pouring profits into new equipment. To my family, my single status is proof I'm not settled. The real trouble started 3 years ago when everything flipped. Dad had a heart scare, angioplasty, stents, the works. Medical bills piled up, ER visits, cardiologist appointments, meds, rehab. Insurance covered some, but co-pays and gaps hit $900, $1,400 a month. Dad's pension and mom's savings couldn't keep up. Their condo rent was $2,100 plus $350 for car payments, $250 for utilities and other costs. Mom refused to work, saying she'd earned her rest. Dad couldn't go back to the warehouse. Guess who they turned to? Not Lauren, with her marketing degree and big clients. Me, the leech, who supposedly wasn't going anywhere. It started small. "Can you cover Dad's rehab copay this month? Then we're short on rent. Can you help?" By 6 months, I was covering their $2,800 monthly shortfall. Rent, medical bills, utilities, even groceries when they overspent. Over 3 years, I shelled out $100,800 to keep them afloat. Lauren, not a cent. She'd breeze into family dinners, bragging about her latest client pitch or her weekend in Napa with her boyfriend, Ethan. She'd show off her new handbag, but when bills came up, she'd dodge, saying her job was unstable. My parents never asked her to chip in. They assumed I'd handle it because I didn't have a real career like hers. The gratitude, non-existent. When I paid their rent, it was expected. When Lauren gifted Mom a $100 necklace, Mom posted it online, calling her our shining star. I kept their lights on for 36 months straight, and nobody blinked. It all blew up last Thanksgiving. Lauren showed up with Ethan, a 29-year-old tech consultant with a man bun, fake tan, and a Rolex he probably leased. Ethan's the kind of guy who calls himself a digital nomad, but lives off his parents' trust fund. He spent the whole dinner filming for his vlog, posting stories captioned, "Grateful for my girlfriend's amazing family." Mom was obsessed, asking Ethan about his career like he was Elon Musk. Dinner was the Lauren and Ethan show. She'd ask him about his startup ideas, his network, his future in tech. He'd ramble about crypto investments he didn't understand, and my parents ate it up, acting like he was a visionary. I was in the kitchen, helping with dishes since Dad's heart condition limits him. When we sat to eat, Ethan turned to me with this smug grin. "So, you fix cars, right? That's cool. Gotta have people to do those jobs." The way he said "those jobs" dripped with pity, like I was sweeping floors for minimum wage. I said, "I own an auto repair shop. Built it from scratch over 15 years. Mom jumped in, twisting the knife. "He's always been the hands-on type. Not everyone's cut out for big careers like Lawrence." Lawrence smirked and added, "Yeah, you're the reliable one. Always there to fix stuff." Fix stuff was code for paying their bills, and they all knew it. Then Mom dropped the yell bomb. "Lauren's going to give us such gorgeous grandkids someday. She's got her life together." Then, looking at me, "You're just married to that garage. Not family material." After 3 years of bankrolling their lives, I was just a tool to them. That night, I saw it clearly. I wasn't their son or brother. I was their ATM. I started noticing things I'd ignored. Lauren's new Tesla, her designer clothes, her trips to Bali, all while she claimed she couldn't help with family bills. She'd post about her hustle, but never offered a dime. Meanwhile, I'd paid $800 to keep their condo, and they called me a leech. In January, I tested the waters. I forgot their rent payment to see how long it'd take them to notice. Answer: 4 days. Mom called, frantic. "The landlord's saying we're late on rent. Did you mess up?" "Not. Can we talk about finances?" Just the assumption I'd fix it. I paid it, but something snapped. I was done being their cash machine. I dug into Lauren's finances through industry contacts. Turns out her big career was shaky. She made $78,000 a year, but her Tesla lease was $700 a month. Her apartment, $2,200. She was drowning in credit card debt from her lifestyle. Ethan's tech consulting was a scam. He was living off family money, not clients. Lauren was telling people my shop was struggling, painting me as the broke brother to prop up her image. In March, I cut off all support. No rent, no bills, nothing. I wanted to see how their perfect world held up without me. It took 6 weeks to implode. First calls about late rent, then utilities, then Dad's meds. Mom's voicemails got desperate. "We're going to lose the condo. You've always helped. Step up." Step up. I'd been stepping up for 3 years while they trashed me. Lauren's facade cracked too. Her Tesla got repossessed in May. Ethan dumped her when her credit cards maxed out. She posted a tearful story about toxic relationships, then popped up with a new guy, a real estate bro. Mom called, crying about Dad's stress and their eviction risk, but never apologized for calling me a leech. In June, Lauren called, humbled. "Can you help Mom and Dad? I'm getting my finances together, but I need time." I asked, "Where's Ethan?" Long pause. "We broke up. It was mutual." I laughed. "He left when your money ran out, huh?" She had no answer. Here's what they didn't get. Without funneling $2,800 a month to them, I was thriving. I bought 2 new tow trucks, hired 4 mechanics, and landed a contract with a local dealership. My shop cleared $340,000 last year. I also got into real estate, buying a triplex that brings in $3,800 a month in rent. By summer, I owned 5 properties, pulling $15,000 monthly in passive income. My real estate contacts tipped me off in August. My parents' condo was in foreclosure, 3 months behind, set for auction in November. I let them sweat. Lauren called in October, desperate. "They're losing everything. Can't we work something out? We're family." Family. Funny how that word only appeared when they needed me. I asked, when Ethan called my work low end, and Mom said I was a leech. "Where were you?" Silence. "You laughed because it was easier than admitting you were broke while I kept you all afloat." November came. I showed up to the foreclosure auction in a tailored suit, blending with the investors. The condo, 2 bedrooms, 1 to 400 square feet, started at $140,000. I let others bid, then jumped in at $155,000. Bidding hit $165,000 before I raised to $180,000 above market value. Silence. Going once, twice, sold to bidder 17. I owned their condo. I didn't visit right away. I let the paperwork process, had the locks changed, and utilities switched to my name. A week later, the sheriff delivered the notice. Vacate in 72 hours. Mom called, hysterical. "Some company bought our condo. They're evicting us." I asked, "What's the company name?" She read, "Pine Street Holdings, LLC. I said, "That's me. I bought it." Dead silence. "Why would you do this?" She sobbed. "It was your home when I paid for it. When you called me a leech, it stopped being yours." She begged, "We can work this out. We're family." I replied, "When Lauren said I wasn't family material, were we family? When you agreed I was a burden, were we family?" She cried. "We didn't mean it." I said, "You meant every word. You have 72 hours. I hung up and blocked her. Lauren showed up at my shop that night, looking rough. Messy hair, no makeup, driving a borrowed car. Mom and Dad are sleeping in a motel. Dad's heart can't take this. I said, "Funny how you care about his health now." She admitted they screwed up, but called my move cruel. I asked, "How many times did you thank me for 3 years of payments?" Silence. "How many times did you defend me when Mom called my work low end?" More silence. Her mask slipped. "Fine. I'm sorry. We took you for granted. Can we work this out? I'll pay you back." I laughed. "With what? You're broke, Lauren. Your career is a house of cards." My contacts had spilled the tea. Her PR job was entry level, and she was months from being fired. Mom called again, frantic. "We'll pay you back the $800 plus plus interest. I said, you don't have that money. You never did. You treated me like a failure while I kept you housed. She sobbed. We love you, I replied. You loved my money. Find somewhere else to live. I hung up and blocked them all. A month later, I turned the condo into a halfway house for veterans, partnering with a local nonprofit. It's now a safe space for guys rebuilding their lives who actually value the chance. Mom and Dad moved into a tiny apartment. Lauren's crashing with a friend, working retail. Yo, YouTube, what would you do if your family treated you like this? Spill your stories in the comments. I read them all. Smash that like button if you're team payback and subscribe for more crazy family drama. Hit the bell so you don't miss the next one. Peace.